I'm recording this off with this the iPod because we have to use the other thing here. But there is some specs that are coming up with Nintendo. Over here, there's a Switch 2, and we have this thing here. The price is a little heftier than expected here, but it has over here, it's about $299. That was the original Nintendo Switch. But then it says, here's what the thing here: 8 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage, and this is right now a Renaissance fair is coming up here. I have my crown. 120 frames per second. And it's right now, they're seeing some specs about between April and 25 here. And please support the ads, because, yeah, I have to say, the ads are going to disappear. But here is the kicker. The price here the recently, so it will run like a dream. Yeah, it's increased RAM, but oh, it's more powerful than expected. Yay, they're praising it, praising it, and praising it. It has an Integra here. But there's going to be but I have the source. Here's the kicker: $500 for 8 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gigabytes of storage. Oh yeah, it's a huge lead over the previous console. Alright. No, don't think that's it. Alright, let's go to the Steam Deck. Alright. Here we go. Valve Steam, 1 terabyte, $531. Yeah, of course, about 700 over here, 256 gigabyte here, 512 gigabyte, yeah, 512 gigabyte, which is about 8 times the amount of space that you get on this new $500 Nintendo Switch. Let's go take a look at this one here. Okay. Uh, 1280 here. It is actually much more than the 1080p. I don't know what the specs are. That's an AMD here. But the Steam Deck specs here. I'm going to try the specs. 7-core ATU. And look at the RAM. 16 gigabytes of RAM. And you get the amount, and you get 512, 512, and it has a high-speed micro SD card. But 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it has like, and you're gonna have like a 500 terabytes, like a 500 gigabytes or whatever it is, for $500. Now, Nintendo, how could an 8 gigabyte cost $500? I think you really need to rethink the price tag, because I hope that thing supports micro SD UC cards. Yeah, I don't know how to let him up. I'm gonna let him dial the order here, because I already did all of the things here. But yeah, a little brownie sundae here. This is a I'll sit with Flo. But Nintendo, this is suicide. If you, 8 gigabytes of RAM just isn't going to cut it, because the constraints that the developers are going to have with this. What I'm going to be getting again, like the problem with the Nintendo Switch is basically shovelware. So I think that Nintendo should reconsider the price tag. If you're giving us an 8 gigabyte a RAM, I think it's worth to me like $300 maximum at this point. And 64 gigabytes of space. What's a double the leap? Look, a 1 tera. All right. All right, 16 gigabytes of RAM. There you go. 16 gigabytes of RAM. Look at that. $30. $30. 32 gigabytes of RAM. $60. Well, or you get the idea here. Look at that, 16 gigabytes of RAM for $30. So, are you that cheap, Nintendo? Are you that cheap, Nintendo? And you're pricing at maximum and says, "Oh, it's a great system here." Do you see the Steam Deck, Nintendo? Do you see? I don't believe that the newest people here didn't even read about this here. But I think that I hope that Nintendo would support micro SD UC cards, because $500 for an 8 gigabyte system. Look, you're killing yourself, Nintendo. So that's what I have to say. I hope you reconsider the price tag, Nintendo, and hopefully they drop the prices down to $300. Because what's it going to be? People are going to have to gimp down the games here to on the Switch too. And here's the kicker. I'm going to open up this one here. I have a GPD Win 4. I have a GPD Win 4. This device has 32 gigs of RAM, 2 terabytes of internal storage, plus I have another terabyte of extra of micro SD for $303. Yeah, it's a lot more money here. Maybe about $1,000, but this device spanks whatever they're talking about here. So Nintendo, I hope you reconsider the price tag, because yeah, it's a family system, but you need to make it more affordable for them. But $500 for an 8GB RAM system with 64 gigabytes internal storage. Come on. I mean, yeah, it's some bigger runners here. All I have to say here, JD out, and yeah.